I remember growing up in church. My parents didn't go so much, but if we wanted to, my sister and I and brother wanted to go, they would drop us off at the church. But when I was 14, I was involved in the youth group. And I remember one Sunday morning we were singing The Savior is Waiting. And all of a sudden I realized that I was a sinner. And I remember bawling because I realized how bad I was, even though if people were watching me, they wouldn't have said I was a bad kid. So I went to the front, and I remember this complete sense of relief that he had forgiven me for all my sins and all. And over the years, as my relationship with Christ grew, as life events happened, and he became, at one point, he was my husband when my marriage fell apart because of drugs and things. It was God that was my provider, who was my comfort. He was the one that listened to me when I had those little things you would normally share with a spouse. And I remember thinking, how in the world do other single parents without God, how do they make it? Because my church family was there for me. I remember little ladies bringing me toilet tissue saying, you shouldn't have to worry about things like this. And that was God's provision for me when I was trying to be obedient to him. And my heart just broke for other single moms who didn't have a church family, who didn't have that relationship with God, that he could be there for them and comfort them and provide and help their kids to grow up to be believers. I've made mistakes, of course, but God has forgiven me and continues to forgive me when I mess up. I just couldn't have lived my life without him, not a good, satisfying life without having Christ in my life.